The year is 2016, and you're looking at all the games releasing soon, and you see these two. Battlefield 1, wait, no, not that one. Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2. Now, at first glance, you'd think, that box art looks cool? Now, at first glance, you'd think that box art looks way cooler. Surely people will go and buy that. Titanfall 2 was crushed to death by its competitor, who is also the same company who decided to release the games like a week apart. What the fuck, EA? Nevertheless, Titanfall fell under the radar for most people, as Battlefield took over and became hugely popular. However, thanks to the recent Oppenheimer nuclear bomb that was Battlefield 2042, the game has seen a resurgence of players as old and new gamers have begun to understand what made Titanfall 2 a master in its class. Today, I'm going to be talking about the game and why it's so special to me, and only me, because I'm the most important. One thing, by the way, that I will give EA props for is their marketing. Both these games had incredible ad campaigns, and I'm pretty sure I bought both games at launch, even as an 11-year-old baby. Speaking of campaigns though, let's focus on that because oh my god, I have a lot to say. Titanfall 2's story mode is what I like to call sick. I genuinely believe that this is one of the best FPS campaigns I've ever played, and might even be the best. You follow the story of Jack Cooper, a man who shares my first name, and with these people as well, and is generic looking man, 47, white guy, whatever. Jack is a rifleman, someone whose role it is to step into the war zone with not a chance of getting out. However, a senior officer in the militia, Captain Lastimosa, sounds like a type of coffee, sees faith in you and starts your adventure off in a coffin transformed into an Oculus Rift. This acts as the tutorial of the game, showing that you can jump, obviously, and wall run, which I will go into further craze about later. After getting a feel for the basics, you have to race through a gauntlet with tight platforming to get the shortest time possible, and I still can't get this achievement. Someone please fucking help me. Suddenly, as you're about to be properly introduced to the big boy, you're ripped out as you are told to get yourself on the battlefield. You go out there and, shock, you die! But hang on a sec, you somehow survive one of the deadliest events in human history because you're a total Chad. Unlike your mentor though, who passes away in front of you and tasks you with saving his Titan. BT, or British Telecom, BT, the network. This starts one of the most unique bonds in an FPS game ever, as throughout the story, you two become the best of buds. Following this, the two make their way to the deep dark sewers under Los Santos, and have to find Kane, the first boss fight of the campaign. I beat him in like 3 seconds. Then you end up in a factory building homes for whoever, I don't fucking know, Boris Johnson or something. This level is fantastic because of just how creative it is. You follow the conveyor belt through the factory whilst trying to survive against an onslaught of IMC baddies. At some point in the IKEA, you hear the voice of Ash, a deadly assassin ninja robot person that is hellbent on kicking your ass. So she places you in a simulation training facility with a few of your fellow militia members before they're brutally murdered in front of you, and it's time for you to escape. You then fight Ash, who has a fucking sword, which is the coolest thing I've ever seen, until you pick her up and use her as a stress ball. The next mission, Effect and Cause, or otherwise known as Back to the Future, is widely spoken about in the FPS genre as being one of the best campaign missions to ever exist. The gimmick of the level is that time, obviously, randomly fluctuates in this abandoned IMC facility, who are working on a doomsday device. I forgot to mention Anderson, who's part of this mission, and he is the reason you come here, but his no-clip kind of fucked up, and yeah, he's just dead. The level ends with the device exploding and freezing time momentarily, making for one of the best gaming moments of all time. I mean, you can tell I like this game, huh? It's now up to you and BT to warn the militia that the IMC are about to create another version of this weapon, but on a much greater scale. To stop this weapon, you and BT, well, mainly just you, have to move some dishes around using cranes whilst escaping the bad guys with precise wall jumps and slides that make for a really fun mission. You start by collecting the arc tool, which is basically just a Ghostbusters gun, and then BT throws you towards the construction area so you can warn the militia. You then must get back and climb the satellite thing, but whoopsie, you're falling to your death. This is the moment where you really feel like BT and Jack have a close bond with each other, as they are potentially going to be separated if it wasn't for BT's impeccable social skills. The next mission shamelessly rips off Conker's Bad Fur Day and its D-Day mission, which was a completely original idea from Rare, so congrats to them. As you boom boom bam bam explosion through so many Titans, it's hard to keep count. Next though, oh my. If I said to you, hey, do you like flying, and do you like robots? No? Well, fuck you, have this. This level is ridiculous in the best possible way. I'm being thrown around like a stick, James Bonding through this IMC mothership, which I then take control of using a fucking knife, and then I fight a Titan that flies around and shoots rockets at you. It shoots fucking rockets at you. How is this in the game? Gaming, you don't get better than this. BT then gets you to place the blue dodgeball inside him moments before you're both blown to smithereens and the game just ends. Wait, no, wait, there's more? Wait, I'm sorry, there's more? Yeah. Oh, okay, continue running the tape then. Both of you are then captured by Blisk, the real scary man whose absolute stupidity allows BT to cause carnage onto them before this horrible piece of shit decides to kill him. What they didn't realize, however, is that the thing they killed isn't dead, despite her using one herself, so you'd think she would know how to use it anyway. You rescue BT's eye, which acts as his core and his brain pretty much, as well as a safe for one of the greatest weapons of all time, the Smart Pistol, which you then use to make yourself a true Kingsman and go absolutely balls to the wall and kill everything in your path. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, the scene in Kingsman near the end where he's like pew pew banging, wall jumping, going crazy, and then he has sex with that princess. Watch Kingsman. You kill Sloane because she's British, and then commence one of gaming's most captivating endings as you watch BT sacrifice himself to stop the device, and you make a leap of faith towards Briggs. Finally, after the credits roll, you see Cooper's helmet flash the same blue light that BT did, which hints at a sequel that isn't coming out. But regardless, this campaign is perfect in its content and its pace, being just over 5 hours long, but certainly beatable in a much shorter time. All this praise I'm giving the game, and I haven't even mentioned the multiplayer. This game's online is, without a doubt, one of the most enjoyable and replayable multiplayers in recent time. The amount of variety you have with guns, titans, maps, and game modes, even though people only play attrition, is fantastic. I would rave about the guns in this game for hours, but I'll just shorten it and say that they all feel amazing to use. Titanfall 2 managed to make every single type of weapon feel both powerful and fun to play with. The Car SMG, or CAR, I don't fucking know, is easily my favourite gun and might honestly be my favourite FPS weapon of all time. It's incredible. Come on, fuck! I really wish the multiplayer scene was bigger because it honestly deserves to be. I'm not saying that because the game is filled with sweat, I would never think that in a million years. Despite all this praise, we cannot forget the glaring flaw with this game. EA, the company that nobody likes and is obsessed with money and doesn't like any of its fans, no fucking wonder. They decided, hey, you know what, we're gonna fucking ruin this game. And I'm seriously amazed at how idiotic the people running that company are. They just single-handedly ruined the chance of a sequel coming out because I don't even know what's happening with Respawn, but they need to make a third one. Just Respawn, if you're listening, just make the game anyway. Send me a free copy and I'll give it a 5-star review on TripAdvisor. Thank you everyone for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to drop a fat thumb and an epic sub for more of me. Cool guy. Okay, go away.